A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Gokickrocks4's now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Mark 38, Mark 38, Mark 38. Watch the screen. 52 and 56, 52 and 56.
Here's Fitzpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
First quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right. We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
On the toss, here's Michel. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On third down, Jackson. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? People say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the second round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Fitzpatrick, and he's going to go down again. Calais Campbell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's airing it out for Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Vince Beagle, the one to bring him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Michelle. A big-time run there by Sony Michel. 57 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
91.
Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They come out here in the eye. And they will run it with Michel. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Check it backer. Check it backer.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think they just...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Ready, ready. 60 Pittsburgh. We ain't giving up nothing.
To throw on 3rd down. Hill looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
And being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Left.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and that'll bring up 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary have really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Edelman set to return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Michel. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 35-yard line.
Switch.
Again, it's Michel. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On third down, Michel. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Stephen Gostkowski for the Patriot field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Lawrence Guy in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Fitzpatrick. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. Now Fitzpatrick. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Throwing Fitzpatrick. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy in there to bury him for a loss of 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. The Dolphins on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be third and forever. Here's Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Fourth down, Fitzpatrick. And it is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Hill now to throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Hill. Flushed out right. He may try. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Back to it after the pick 6. Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's John Simon with a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. John Simon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe... Yeah, you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Let's go. 50, plant. Hey, Alpha. Here I come. Mike, 55.
On 1st and 10, Hill. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Come on, set.
So 2nd down. Still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Ready?
Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Let's go now. 55 to Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up. Got it. Go.
They'll run on 1st down. Michelle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Hill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Edelman.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Fitzpatrick. Escaping the pressure right, and that's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Fitzpatrick now, and that's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.